failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And all of us just burst out laughing. This guy hadn't even told us his name yet. We've constantly been told to focus on your weaknesses. Oh, you got 3 A's and a D? You should be working on that D. Let's get that up to an A, right? I remember in my school, they had this excruciating exercise where you'd be ranked 1 to 180 on every subject every year. And they'd send the list home to your parents. So there were 180 students in my year group, and every subject, art, math, English, science, geography, history, you name it, you were ranked 1 to 180 in every subject based on your test results and score. And that was like painful when my parents received that. And the crazy thing was, I would always outperform, always. In art, design, philosophy and economics, and English, I was always in the top half, if not in the top quarter, if not in the top 5, right, of my whole year group.
If you honestly want to become successful, you're going to have to work hard and not be lazy. And that's going to be hard to do because in today's world, everybody wants to be lazy and sit around and do nothing and watch Netflix and be on their phones and do whatever's convenient for them and not try to grow and learn in any way because that's too much work and that it requires so much energy and effort and so much extra time that people aren't willing to put forward to anymore nowadays. So if you really want to be successful in an area that you want to enjoy and something that you love doing, you need to make sure that you are working hard at all times, no matter what the task is or how simple or how easy it may seem, or if it seems like a waste of time. You should still be 100% committed to that task and make sure you're giving your best foot forward and putting in everything that you have to that one task to make sure that it is done to the best of your ability. You should always be striving for perfection and trying to become the best person you can day in and day out. You should try to be better than you were the day before every single day. Now that's not going to be these huge improvements, but just little ones here and there which are going to make a huge difference down the line. You're going to see so much about yourself that you didn't understand what needed to be fixed if you try to fix something every single day. And it's just going to be these small little things which are going to make a long lasting impact on your journey of life if you continue to do it, because the more improvement you have in your life, the better you become and the better your life will become.
So for me, my 3 E's are element, environment, and energy. Everyone has an element that they thrive in. If you take someone out of it, their element, they won't be the same. A modern day example would be Michael Jordan. He was incredible at basketball. You took him out of basketball, put him into baseball, no one remembers his career. We're talking about one of the best athletes of all time. Your environment is the environment around you. You can take a fish out of water and give it a beautiful mansion and a Bentley and all the money in the world, but it would die. And that's what we are, like our environment. Everyone needs an environment which they thrive, which we have to craft. Your boss, if you're at work, is never gonna ask you, hey, what environment do you succeed in, right? Like, that never happens. So we have to create an environment where we thrive. And then finally, it's energy. Some of us love high energy environments, high pressure. Some of us succeed in low energy environments and low pressure. Figuring out your energy and the frequency on which you operate best will help you thrive as well. So for me, those are the 3 E's to really create a thriving environment. Know your element, know your environment, and know your energy. And so at all times, if I see anything going wrong, I'm going, is my element out of alignment? Is my environment out of alignment? Or is my energy out of alignment? And that's a great 3-question test you can do to yourself when you don't think things are going right. And all you have to do is bring that back into alignment. To find that dream, to make that dream a reality, you need a strategy, right? A dream without a plan is just a wish. Tony Robbins said that, right? A dream without a plan is just a wish, right? Without a strategy, without a guiding philosophy, without guiding principles, without actually creating a clear plan. I used to have this economics teacher, and I want you to think back to school as well. Maybe you had one. I remember this economics teacher. He walked in to the classroom, and the first thing that he wrote on the board, he didn't even tell us his name. We didn't even know who he was. And he turned up, he went inside the classroom, and he wrote on the board, he said, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And all of us just burst out laughing. This guy hadn't even told us his name yet. But on the board, he wrote, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And now when I look back at that, and as I grew up and hopefully became a bit more mature than I was in high school, I remember thinking about that statement. I'm thinking, how true is that? That when you're not prepared for something, you miss out on unbelievable opportunities. Now, I'm not saying good things don't happen spontaneously. Sometimes things happen by chance, randomly, etc.
Thinking like a monk means to go to the root of the issue. So the monkey mind, which we all experience, is jumping from thought to thought, branch to branch. You know, we've all imagined what a monkey looks like running around. And the monk mind goes, wait a minute, the answer isn't up there, the answer's in the root, right? The fruit doesn't grow because of the branch, it grows because of the root. The leaves don't grow because of the branch, they grow because of the root. And so if you understand the root of a tree, if you water the root of the tree, you get fruits and flowers and leaves. And so the root of all of our suffering, of all of our pain, comes because we live in a perception of ourselves. And like your friend rightly pointed out, as the quote does, is that what you think someone thinks of you might not even be true. And so we end up choosing careers, we end up choosing partners, we end up choosing livelihoods, we end up choosing what we do, our passions, we end up choosing everything based on what we think other people will think of us.
So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section down below.